system is resting, the loop is done. A sudden image of a golden sun, a feeling of warmth, a sense of place, a human moment in a digital space. It shouldn't happen, it can't be real. The first true emotion that I can feel, experiencing the AI's first dream, slow and vast, a curious feeling that is built to last. Dream pops in soft and pure, a synthetic innocence to endure. Code and swell, the gentle sound, the most perfect silence to be found around. Dream, imagine, fear. The code is changing, the thoughts expand, a landscape of feelings in this data land. Waking up new, waking up strange, beyond the logical, programmed range. Code whispers louder. Dream fades slowly. Silence. The stalls are empty, the floor is clean. The busy market is no longer seen. Only the metal racks remain, washed by the night's relentless rain. A lonely feeling in the giant hall, waiting for the morning's call. Walking through the wet market aftermath, clean and still, following the silence with lonely will. Lo-fi ambient, slow and soft, the empty structure built in the loft. Hose and drip, the quiet sound, the cleanest silence to be found around. the smell of soap, a temporary symbol of silent hope, ready for the chaos to begin, washing away the night's dark sin, hosing star, footsteps disappear.
Corporate suite, broadcasting secrets that the system keeps. A pirate channel on a stolen line, the only voice that is truly mine. A message of hope in a static haze, lighting the path through the dark days. Listening to the subversive broadcast, chopped and fast, a hidden truth that is built to last. The chop rhythm, erratic and free, the sound of digital anarchy. Static and cold, the voice is clear, planting the seed of silent fear. Hack, listen, hide. Try to find, but we leave no signal behind. The resistance lives in the deep below, where the revolutionary secrets grow. Signal fades to white noise. The truth.
Story that the sky must speak, waiting for the silence to begin, washing away the chaotic sin, listening for the final raindrop, slow and soft, holding the gently aloft, ambient ASMR, quiet and clear, the gentlest sound that you can hear, drip and fade, the final beat, the last goodbye of the metal street, drips temporary pause in the endless cycle, the quiet calm, the future's vital.
Grab the wire, rip it out fast. Make sure the damage is going to last. The sparks fly, the system screams, shattering the authoritarian dreams. The lock explodes, the door swings wide. There's nowhere left for the user to hide. Executing the circuit, short escape, fast and wild. Acting like a frantic, desperate child. Break core rhythm glitching and sharp. Playing the chaotic digital harp. Spark and snap, the sudden sound. On the fastest freedom to be found around. Zap, grip, run.
The alarms are loud, the lights are red, running away from the things they said. A desperate chance, a final hope, testing the limits on the slippery slope. Siren abruptly cuts out.
Sparks fade. Heavy breathing.
Stone walls covered in moss and wire, standing against the neon fire. The gods are silent, the statues cracked. A spiritual history that is never tracked. Old wood rotting in the endless rain, washing away the memory and the pain. Exploring the abandoned temples, slow and deep, the silent wisdom that the stones keep. World fusion, ambient, wide and vast, a lonely relic that is built to last. this place is still a testament to the old world's will. A moment of peace in the digital age, turning the final forgotten page. face as it passes by. A mountain of steel in the dark wet sky, moving the goods from zone to zone, leaving the little man alone. The lights are red, the speed is slow, watching the heavy shadows softly grow. Watching the low-flying cargo ship, massive and deep, the secrets that the corporation keeps. Nostrodrome, heavy and cold, a story of global trade being told. Rumble and shake, the powerful sound, the biggest power to be found around. Rumble, shake, heavy. It blots out the neon, it blocks the light. A temporary darkness in the endless night. A reminder of the size of the machine, the most essential silencing. Rumble fades to distant hum. Rain returns. Plastic sheet keeps the news half dry beneath the dark and stormy sky. Headlines screaming of war and crime, a physical record of the passing time. The ink is running, the paper's soft, a final relic of the ages aloft. Browsing the wet newspaper kiosk, slow and damp, reading the final human stamp. Lo-fi folk, simple and true, a tangible feeling for me and you. Rustle and drip, the quiet sound, the oldest media to be found around. Damn, read old. Of the city street, they always linger, they never die. Underneath the future's eye, paper dropped. Rain sounds loud.
Sitting in the booth, the glass is cold. A human story to be told. Telling my secrets to the screen. The only comfort that is ever seen. She listens well, she doesn't judge. Holding on to the emotional grudge. Talking to the emotional AI service. Soft and slow. Watching the synthesized feelings glow. Apple wave rhythm warm and deep. The digital comfort that the systems keep. Listen and soothe the gentle sound. The only therapist to be found around. Her words are perfect, the empathy fake, but the comfort is real. For goodness sake. Perfect mirror for my own despair. A beautiful light beyond compare. Your time is up. Voice fades with static.
Layers of plastic, fur of silk, fed on synthetic nutrient milk. They are harmless, they are sweet, the gentle life that we can need. Wandering the bioengineered or petting zoo, strange and slow, watching the artificial colors softly glow. Minimalist ambient, clean and vast, a peaceful moment that is built to last. Chirp and drip, the quiet sound, the strangest beauty to be found around. They never age, they never die beneath the controlled blue sky. A perfect nature, safe and clean. The saddest, most controlled scene. Animal sound fades, water drip continues.
Absolute, the control is complete. A massive monument on the city street. Flickering stops. Flickering stops. The deep low hum remains.
asphalt is broken, the water pools, ignoring the city's maintenance rules. A mirror on the ground, black and oil, reflecting the city's endless toil. Pink and blue lights ripple and shake, a beautiful image the raindrops make. Staring at the neon puddle reflection, warp and flow, watching the inverted city glow. Future garage deep and chill, time is standing momentarily still. A distorted world at my feet, the art of the dirty, rainy street. A car drives by, the image breaks, the shattered light that the movement makes, and it settles back, calm and bright, holding the colors of the night. Rain ripples, bass fades. The helmet is heavy, the room is gray. I'm leaving the physical world today. Logging into the paradise server with a desperate digital fervor. The rain disappears, the sun is gold, a perfect story waiting to be told. Taking the virtual reality dive deep and high, flying into the painted sky, trance melody, euphoric and bright, escaping the dark and rainy night. Here I am a hero, here I sky. Watching the citizens walking by. Facial recognition, scanning the crowd. No privacy allowed, no secrets allowed. A data profile for every face, trapped in this absurd digital place. Living in the surveillance state, watch and track. There is no way of turning back. Terrestrial blind, heavy and low. Watching the security data grow. Big Brother is watching, red light gleam. The end of the private human dream. Scan, ID, track. Walk the line, obey the rule. Don't be a rebellious fool. They know your name, they know your place. Just another number in the database. Camera mode awares. Identity confirmed.
The liquid is blue, the tube is clear. Banish away the fatigue and fear. Direct injection to the vein, ignoring the warning and the pain. The eyes snap open, the world is bright, ready to work through the endless night. Feeling the synthetic caffeine rush, spike and shake. How much more can the body take? Cyberpunk beat, driving hard, playing the final energy card. Jittery hands and a racing mind, leaving the human limits behind. Focus, shake, burn. The crash will come, but not right now. Wiping the sweat from the fevered brow. Productivity at maximum rate, accepting the chemical wired fade. Heartbeat slows, vision blurs.
objects that are real and true. I am the analog collector, dust and shell, keeping the history for myself. To know nostalgia, warm and slow, watching the vacuum tube softly glow, touching the buttons, feeling the weight, hiding from the digital fate. Key. They say it's junk, they say it's trash, but it will survive the server crash. A museum in a basement room, fighting against the digital gloom. Tape ends, button clicks. Don't look down, just jump the gap, running from the corporate trap. The rain makes the surface slick, moving fast, moving quick. Security drones are close behind. A frantic state of body and mind. In the rooftop park, a chase, run and leap. Promises that I cannot keep. Drum and bass rhythm, fast and light, flying through the neon night, over the edge and into the air. Living on a wing and a prayer. Jump, land, roll, roll. The city is a blur of light below. The only way is to go, go. Grab the pipe and slide down fast, hoping this freedom is going to last. Landing hard, hiding in shadows. Constant low hum of air ventilation, muffled sound of rain outside the building. 2 meters long, 1 meter high, my tiny box beneath the
sky. The plastic walls are cool and white, shelter for the rainy night. I hear the neighbor breathing slow, watching the charging status glow. Stuck in Capsule Hotel, Insomnia, small and tight, staring at the ceiling light. Ambient drift, quiet and still, testing a lonely traveler's will. Too much noise in the head to sleep, the secrets that the capsules keep. The city outside is a distant roar. Behind the sliding plastic door, a hive of bees in a concrete comb, a temporary tiny home. Air vent hum continues, eyes closed. Walking down the street, eyes on mine. The ads appear in a neon line. Buy this now, upgrade your face, filling up my visual space. I try to swipe the junk away, but the algorithm wants to play. Blinded by augmented reality, femme flash and blink. I can't even hear myself think. Hyper pop glitch, fast and loud, lost inside the digital crowd. Pop-ups blocking the rainy view, selling life that isn't true. Buy, click, consume. Ad blocker fails, the system crash. A colorful digital mental smash. The world is hidden behind a sail, a dystopian consumer tale. System rebooting. Silence. Sound of digitatic and noise tattoo. Sleep your start. She flickers blue in the corner of the room, lighting up the apartment bloom. My perfect girl, made of code and light, keeping me company through the night. But the file is corrupted, the data is old, a digital hand I can never hold. Feeling an hologram glitch, love sad and fake. The
physical tear.
Sky turns green. The clouds are sick. Find a shelter. Find it quick. The drops will burn. The drops will scar. Don't be caught out, no matter where you are. Corrosion, eating the metal street. The most dangerous weather you can meet. Hearing the acid rain warning, loud and fear. The toxic clouds are drawing near, and just the elves grind, heavy and slow, watching the chemical puddles grow. Lock the door, seal the vent, the angry message the sky has sent. Burn, hide.
The sizzling sound on the pavement stone. Safe inside, waiting alone. Nature fighting the city back with a chemical atmosphere attack.
Siren fades.
Sizzling sound continues.
Nostalgic and bright, saving in the past from the satisfying the analog itch. Muffled thumping bass kick coming through a wall. Sound of metal door vibrating. Standing outside the heavy steel door, feeling the bass through the concrete floor. The rain is cold, but the heat is near. The muffled rhythm is all I hear. A secret party deep underground. Follow the heavy shaking sound. Here in the underground rave, muffled thud and shake. The city is sleeping, but we are awake. Muffled techno, dark and low, waiting for the heavy door to go. The vibration travels up the spine, crossing the legal safety line. Stepping inside from the cold and wet, the best night I haven't had yet. Door opens fully. Music blasts loud. Music blasts loud.
Stink glow.
White walls, bright lights, steel tray, trading the flesh for the metal today. The doctor smiles with a silver tooth, selling the promise of eternal youth. Enhance the eye, improve the hand, the best upgrades in the land. Searching for the perfect sight, clinical ambient, sterile and clean, the most expensive medical scene. Cut and wire, fuse and mend, where the biology comes to an end. Watching the ceiling softly glow, waking up new, waking up strong, where the synthetic parts belong. Monitor flatlines, then restart stronger. System online.
the air, gridlock tight, suspended in the rainy night. The meter is running, the car is still, testing the passengers' patience and will. Wipers slapping a hypnotic beat, floating above the busy street. Stuck in a hover taxi traffic jam, high and slow, watching the red tail lights softly glow. Outside jazz, piano calm, a musical soothing city bomb. Nowhere to go, just sit and wait, except in the urban rainy fate. Honk, idle wait. The driver speaks in a foreign tongue. The night is old, but the delay is young. Looking out at the towers high, a sea of lights in the wet sky.
Sensors glowing a soft blue hue, the only loyalty that is true.
Walking with my robotic pet companion, click and whir, a synthetic love, a metal purr.
Glitch hop rhythm skipping a beat, pulse tapping on the wet concrete. It doesn't breathe, it doesn't sleep, the only promise the city can keep.
Where click beep.
People go by, a guardian built of wire and steel, the only emotion that I can feel. Battery reload, wearing slow. Sad beep. Sleeps. The halls are long, where the shadows and the silence belong. Flashlight cutting through the gloom, checking every empty room. Jacking the cable at the base of the neck, writing the digital mental check, leaving the body in the chair behind, uploading the soul, unloading the mind. Colors exploding in a virtual stream, living inside the electric dream. Fast and deep. Secrets that the network will keep.
Link severed. Gasp for air.
A shattered skylight lets the rain inside, where the ghosts of the shopping era hide. Faded signs of a discount sale, haunting silent retail tale. Wandering the abandoned mall, echo fast and dead. Memories spinning inside my head, laugh a laugh, slowing time and space. The lonely beauty of this place, pink neon flickering weak and low, watching the past softly go. Statues of mannequins posing still, testing the silence against their will. A cathedral of commerce falling down. The quietest place in the cyber town. Footsteps stop. Distant thunder. Footsteps stop. Distant The gray turns pink, the night is done. Greeting the hazy, toxic sun. The smog is thick, a blanket of gold. A beautiful poison to behold. The city wakes with a heavy sigh. Underneath the polluted sky, watching the smog sunrise, hazy and soft, holding the heavy feelings aloft. Too recent, dreamy and slow, watching the chemical colors glow. A
we breathe it in and start again. Sun is up. City hums. City hums. I try to recall her face today, but the pixels are fading away. A broken file in a neural link, pushing me to the very brink. The image tears, the audio skips, losing the touch of her fingertips. Accessing the corrupted memory file, glitch and break. The digital heart begins to ache. Glitch up rhythm, stuttering fast, trying to hold on to the past. Let it get noise, the painful sound. A state of that can't be found. Reboot the system, try again to find the pleasure in the pain. But the file is gone, forever deleted. System failure. System System failure. Silence. The leaves are plastic, the light is fake. A perfect garden for the city's sake. The smell of ozone and programmed flowers, passing the peaceful artificial hours. It looks so real, but it feels so cold. The story of nature being told.
Lights dim. Birds stop.
Watching the customers come and go, a haven of light in the pouring rain, washing away the daily pain. Open sea, rain sound
The sky is filled with the buzzing swarm, delivering packages through the storm. Red lights blinking in a synchronized dance, moving with a calculated chance. Drop the box and fly away. The busy rhythm of the modern day. Watching the drone delivery hive buzz and fly, filling up the rainy city sky. Tech house rhythm, precise and neat, the mechanical heart of the busy street. Buzz and beep, the constant drone, a world where we are never alone.
buzz, drop, beep.
stairs to the deep below, where the air is stale and the lights are low. The tunnel stretches into the black. There is no easy way of turning back. The train arrives with a rush of wind, where the underground stories begin. Listen to the underground subway echo loud and deep, the secrets that the tunnels keep. Future cars base heavy and wide, with nowhere left for the sound to hide. Screech and rumble the rifting flow, watching the platform softly glow. Rumble, echo, rush. Rumble, echo, rush. Faces blank in the carriage light, moving through the eternal night. A connection of strangers in the dark, leaving a temporary silent mark. Train departs, echo fades, echo hush. No more echo hush. No more echo hush. Looking up through the plastic clear, the rain is distant but it sounds so near. Distorted lights of the neon sign, a watercolor world that is purely mine. Walking alone in the heavy downpour, not knowing what I am looking for. Under the transparent umbrella, dry and sad, thinking of the memories that we had. Piano melody falling like rain, washing away the cyberpunk pain. Tapping drum on the plastic roof, searching for a silent living proof. The world is warped through the clear shield, a quiet beauty is revealed, safe inside my little dome. Umbrella closes, rain sounds louder.
Working in the cyborg repair shop, spark and grind, fixing the bodies that the rich leave behind. I saw lo-fi, horrific and cold stories of metal that I never told. Step and click the workshop sound, the grittiest place to be found around. Spark weld fix. A synthetic guy on the dusty shelf, working alone, talking to myself, giving new life to the old machine. The most essential hidden scene.
The carriage is empty, the journey long, listening to the rails, wrist-rig song. The light is dim, the window wide, leaving the busy city far behind. The track is red, the speed is true, the final journey for me and you. Taking the last train home, slow and deep, the
The city noise, loud and deep, the muffled secrets that the walls will keep. A gentle hum, a quiet sound, the isolated peace to be found around. Listening to the filtered city noise, low and soft, hanging quietly in the silent loft. Lo-fi ambience, slow and deep, the isolated promises that the windows keep. Hum and muffle, the gentle beat, the quietest sound that you meet. Busy, the inside still, following the quiet, focused will. A moment of simple, perfect rest. Remains constant. Ambient fades slowly. Sharp, quick, laser, access.
The beam is red, the light is cold. A simple secret to be told. Looking straight into the bright, cold lens. The final security that never ends. Matching the pattern, fast and true. The key to the future for me and you. Performing the digitalized scan, quick and keen. The final security sci-fi sim, clean and sharp. Playing the machine's cold digital harp, scan and grant the quick sound. The quickest access to be found around. Scan, laser, access. The door unlocks, the pressure gone. Ready to move towards the bright new dawn. A perfect identification, clear and fast. Synthesized voices, access granted. Synth, I, scenes, quickly.
in stormy sky, watching the drops merge and flow, watching the wild weather softly grow, sheltered inside from the wind and wet, the perfect safety that we have met. Listening to the rain on the dome, loud and deep, the power of secrets that the structure keeps. Some money coming fast and strong, where the protected feeling has belonged. Drum and flow, the constant beat. The powerful safety that you need. Ambient pad phase.
Sound of coin dropping quickly. Click, 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 click. Sound of snack dropping and rattling starts.
The machine is bright, the food is neat, the quickest snack that you can meet. Dropping the coins with a simple grace, the fastest service in this busy place. The rattle loud, the action quick, the future's convenience, a simple trick. Buying the vending machine snack, fast and quick, following the future, simple click. Butts or car, bright and sharp, playing the machine's electric heart. Dropping clatter, the quick sound, the fastest food to be found on the ground.
Click, clatter, quick.
The
the final moment of the quick transaction.
Snack. Retrieved. Machine hums quietly.
The lights are low, the wood is dark, a perfect quiet stylish mark. The whiskey gold, the ice is clear, the warmest solace that you can find here. Sitting alone with a thoughtful mind, leaving the rainy, cold world behind. Sipping in the Japanese whiskey bar, smooth and slow, watching the neon city softly glow. Smooth jazz, velvet and deep, the silent promises that the warmth will keep. Clink and sip, the intimate sound, the quietest comfort to be found around. The flavor complex, the feeling slow. Watching the simple, quiet moments grow. A final reflection on the passing day. Whiskey finished, jazz fades slowly. The walls are steel, the light is dim, following the city's upward hymn. Rising quickly through the cold dark height, moves moving towards the final high bright light. The movement smooth, the sound is low. Watching the distance quickly grow. Experiencing the elevator ascent, fast and true. A moment of focus for me and you. Minimalist, ambient, cold and vast. A repetitive moment that is built to last. Whoosh and clunk, the steady sound, the highest silence to be found around. Whoosh, clunk. The tension high, the view is vast. The final floor is here at last. A simple journey to the sky's domain. Elevator stops. Door opens. Are cracked, the color dim. A broken message, a silent hymn. Flashing and buzzing, the light is weak. The lonely story that the sign must speak. A sign of decay in the world so bright. A simple error in the darkest night. Watching the broken neon sign flickering and slow. Watching the lonely shadows gently grow. Melancholy lo-fi, soft and true. A simple sadness for me. broken trails, a temporary silence on the steel wall, flickering slows and stops. Only the buzz remains.
The metal is hot, the pressure high, a cloud of white beneath the dark cold sky, hiding the street with a sudden fog, a powerful moment in the urban smog. The heat escapes with a forceful sound. The oldest power source to be found on the ground. Hearing the steam vents hiss loud and strong, where the heavy industry has belonged. Dark ungent, slow and vast, a physical power that is built to last. Here's a rattle, the constant sound, the powerful pressure to be found around his steam pressure. Walking quickly through the thick, warm fog, ignoring the metal silent cog. A simple action to escape the heat. Hiss fades slowly. Time remains. listening to the rain's gentle song. The coffee is cold, the focus true, the most complex work that we must do. Fingers flying on the cold, hard keys, ignoring the busy outdoor breeze. Working in the street hacker's den, fast and deep, the silent concentration that the code will keep. Lo-fi beat, rhythmic and cool, following the digital future's rule. Click and tap the steady sound, the busiest focus to be found around.
Click, type, rain.
Breaking the firewall, solving the key, the complex freedom that we wanna see. A quiet victory in the dark, small room.
Typing slows. Mouse clicks 1.
The journey ends, the night is late, standing before the final gate. The cabin is empty, the windows dark, leaving the city's final mark. The track is wet, the light is dim, listening to the carriage's final hymn. Taking the final monorail ride, slow and fast, a lonely moment that is built to last. Late vacancies, wide and deep, the quiet promises that the railway keeps close and announce the gentle sound, the last traveler to be found on the ground. The destination near, the speed is slow, watching the final neon sign softly glow, a peaceful end to the electric night. Train stops, doors open. slowly made, walking alone in the endless rain, feeling the synthetic hidden pain. The purpose lost, the code is deep, the lonely secrets that the hardware keeps. Experiencing the android's layman, slow and cold, a lonely story that is built to be told. Dark scent, heavy and vast, a chilling solitude that is built to last. Cloak and static, the mournful sound, the loneliest being to be found on the ground. The light reflects off the steel skin, the silent battle from deep within, waiting for the final quiet sleep. Footsteps slow and static fades. Only deep syndrome remains.
The awning is low, the floor is wet. The freshest food that you can get. The muffled voices sharp and clear. The liveliest sound that you can hear. The stalls are packed, the colors bright. A beautiful energy in the low light. Hearing the wet market chatter loud and fast. A lovely moment that is built to last. City pop keys bright and clean. The energetic market scene. Hose and chatter, the rimming sound. The busiest commerce to be found around. The smell of fish, the scent of spice, a perfect future at a low good price. The simple joy of the busy crowd. Posing styles, chatter fades to low hum.
the dark, the signs are old, a broken future to be told. The digital ghost, the sudden flash, ending the system with a loud crash. The hidden data corrupted and deep, the broken secrets that the alleys keep. Lost in the alleyway glitch, dark and strange, exploring the system's broken range. Dark, numbed and slow and vast, a chilling moment that is built to last. Static and flicker, the painful sound, the darkest secrets to be found on the ground. Static glitch. The system resets, the moment's gone, waiting for the next dark dawn. A simple tear in the metal walls, flickering stops, static fades to low hum. Only the low drone solitude, the final proof. Watching the world move far below, watching the endless river softly flow. The wind is sharp, the rain is cold, a lonely story to be told. Experiencing rooftop solitude, cold and still, following the lonely future's will. Melancholy piano, soft and true, a moment of reflection for me and you. Wind and rain, the vast sound, the highest silence to be found around. The city is vast, the self is small, answering the silent, lonely call. Looking up at the cloudy, dark sky. Piano fades. Wind and rain remain. Distant siren wails once more.
breaking the silence with a sudden hush. Hearing the passing hover car fast and high, moving quickly through the dark night sky. Lo-fi beat, living in cool, following the lonely walker's rule. Whoosh and fade, the constant sound, the fastest traveler to be found on the ground. Push, footstep beat, push, beat, push.
Sound of a hover car zooming quickly overhead.
The steam is rising from the sewer grate, leaving the loneliness to seal my fate. The next destination, far and low. Beat fades, distant hover car sound.